Hey everyone, Jacob Shores here, and today I am going to be showing you all of my LEGO vehicles I have so far. I'm going to be showing you them from largest to smallest. It's going to be all of them, so I'm going to be starting with the largest ones, which are my aircraft. So I'm just going to start with those. It's not exactly going to be an exact size order with like all the vehicles, but I'm going to try my best to do that. Okay, so this first one, I forgot exactly which plane it's supposed to be. I think it's an A330. But, also all these vehicles, I think there's like only one or two that aren't custom, but, or have some sort of modification. But, this is the largest, vehicle I have. It's a plane. And I recently redid it, well, the interior. It still has open doors. As on the original set, its tail doesn't open. But there's actually an interior in here. There's the pilot and co-pilot seats there, and I know this is supposed to be an Airbus aircraft, but it still has the regular yoke, so I'm not sure how to do a side stick. Because they have the side sticks. I'll figure it out eventually. We have the two throttle controls for the engines. That actually uses a bit of an illegal building technique. If I do a full review on this plane, I'll show you how I did that. And then there's a flight engineer seat. And then there's a little door that opens, and I just broke it. Next is this plane. I also forgot what plane this was supposed to be. I want to say an A318 just because of how short it is. But this one also did the same thing with the interior, except it just doesn't have a flight engineer seat. It did a different design for the yokes. Even though once again it's probably supposed to be an Airbus aircraft, it does have functioning door. Hopefully I don't break it this time. And they didn't. Okay. I didn't really do anything with the passenger area. I did just add what's supposed to be a small galley over here. And then there's the other side of the door. It's orange on the one side. Sorry, the camera quality is so bad. Actually, hold on. Okay, that's a bit better. I keep forgetting to turn on the ceiling lights whenever I do a video here. So, to show you all for this. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and click the bell notification so you don't, or click the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I post a new video. Also, if you like that I've been doing backgrounds. It's not sort of a background, but if you like that I've been doing the, well, it's probably gonna keep going. I think it's nicer than looking at this. Yeah. Moving on to something a bit smaller. This is one of my favorite planes. It is a Boeing 727. I've had this for a while. One of the things that's pretty complicated about it is back here, trying to get the S-duct shape. If I ever rebuild this, I will do a lot better on this. It's just, I think it's only held in by like one or two studs. The tail's held on by it. Also, the angle of the back is a little bit steep. So, it has an opening door. It's hard to do from the outside. I'm just gonna slow things down. Yeah, it just folds out like that. Yeah, the inside, it's tough trying to get all of that into all the controls and stuff into a 4-stud wide area. And that broke. Yeah, there's a pretty big inconsistent with the yoke design. It's just these clip pieces for this. Also, again, trying to use the lever pieces to try to get the controls for the three engines. You can't actually put pilots in here. You can't actually put minifigures in here. It's not just because of this; it's also because of the walls. It took me a while to try to get everything to fit in here nicely. It could be a bit better, but that's all I'm gonna do for now. Okay, now here's something that I've showed before, however it's different this time. I've lengthened this plane once again. I forgot the name of what I called it. It's not really based off a real plane. This was a set that I modified, extended, and then extended again. And the wingspan is actually a bit wider this time. I have yet to redo the interior, so the interior is the same as how it was on the original set. But it still has the opening rear door. There's a bunch of space in there. And, if I can get the correct one. You can see there's a lot of stuff back there at the front. And that is because it's a 4-hinge mechanism to get this door open. And it doesn't always work. Okay. And I broke that. You gotta like pull it out and then fold it up. Yeah, and there's a little bit of space to get back there. And to show it's probably gonna break because it's on camera. Okay, it didn't. Yeah, and like I said before, the interior remains the same, yeah, it's just a steering wheel. That is how it was on the original set. Okay, now here's something that's probably reaching the end of its lifespan of being put together, and the orange is a lot darker than it actually is. It's just the lighting, I think. I don't know what I was going for when I built this, but it's probably what the interior actually looked like, and there is actually nothing in there. There's just an opening door, and there's nothing in there. Yeah, some rather large tires though, and also there's an opening back. Yeah, so this probably won't be around for much longer, but yeah, it's the second to last airplane, and I also have one helicopter. If you've watched my channel for a while, you may recognize this. I don't know if I've covered it in a video before, but it's my Cessna 172. And I recently redid parts of the wing, and I made the, I forgot what the rear wings are called, I think they're called elevators. Wait, no, that's the flap, like, part on there. Whatever these are called, I forgot. I extended that a little bit, and I also added functional flaps to it that just fold down using those old hinge pieces. And I used the only one of this piece that I have on the underside of that. And despite being one I've worked on a lot, it does not have an interior still. So that was the last airplane, and then I have a helicopter. So this is one of the few sets that I haven't really modified. However, I have taken some pieces off of it. I want to take this apart, but at the same time I don't, just because it's the only helicopter I have. Yeah, so if you have this set, it mostly is just stock. So there's not really much I'm gonna say about it, because some of you probably have this. If you have some of the newer Lego sets, so it's just a big helicopter. Okay, so moving on to boats. Start with the largest one. It's a cargo ship. Actually, I have a container that I can put on it. It's the only container I have. It also has this. It opens up, you put stuff in there. And it's a big boat. It's actually not really that big, but it's very minimalist. And also with this one, I've slowly been taking pieces from it. Like with a lot of things that I haven't really used in a while. Okay, now I have two identical boats that are smaller, but they're based off of some old sets that used to be my dad's. So the first one is this. It's from like one of those submarine sets. It's this boat. And then the one I like more is this one, because it has a tall mast. I don't have another one of these pieces, and if I did, I would do the same thing with this. This one just has a bit more detail. I like this one, though. This one's still okay, but I might work on this one a little bit in the future. So that's it for the boats. Okay, moving on to some trains. I'm just gonna keep them on the track for this one, and I also did put in like some telephone poles along the tracks. So first one is this one, the Horizon Express set. The first few cars are mostly stock. It's the last two. This one I haven't really done much with. I might do that soon. Might do something with it soon. But the cab car at the back is. I've redone it. It did have a like one of those plow pieces for the coupler at the end, but instead I just made this flip up, and it has one of the old 9-volt couplers here. I'll take it off the tracks and you'll be able to see how that works. Okay, so with this is where the underside looks like. So when that is flipped up, this can just come out. It uses a double hinge mechanism. There's one of those turntable plates underneath of this, and that's just on there. So it can just be folded up there and hidden away. This also has an interior. I'm going to have to take it apart a little bit to get the roof off, though. Okay, so it's not entirely a cab car. It's also has like a backup power unit or something like that. It has a little engine, Vivian engine back there. And the cab, I did a lot of work on. So that this lever here would be the throttle. This would be the brake. That there, and then this wheel here would be the reverser. It doesn't, and then the speedometer's right there. It's just something I did that I liked. It's just it just fit in nicely. And on the main locomotive, the interior is the same as on the original set, as well as on the first two cars. The third car doesn't have the interior yet. Alright, so the next thing is, if you watched my previous video, I did an entire video on this locomotive. And then there's a tanker car here. And then a center beam flat car. And then a car from the original 652 set. And then this car, and then another flat car that's identical to it. And then another car from that set. And then there's a crane car. Well, it's two cars. That functions. This might get taken apart soon because I built it and I just don't really use it. And then there's this. And then it's sort of like a well car, but not really. Actually, where's that container I was just using? Yeah, so it can have a container in it. This is supposed to be a 20-foot container. I will go over that soon. And now here's one of my favorite things. It's another locomotive, and it's this. And this is actually motorized. The battery box is here, and there's a receiver in the cabin and the motor. Where's one of my controllers? Yeah, it does work. It's just how tiny this thing is still amazes me. Also, I hope you like what I did with the track here. It slowly started to run out of pieces as I went farther down. But I put a lot of time and effort into detailing this how I did. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to some heavy machinery. So first thing is this large crane. I've had this for a while. I'm not going to set it up just because of how it's kind of fragile and it takes a little while to get it set up. I like how it turned out. I just like how low I could get it to the ground. And I also wanted to use this old winch piece as well, mostly because of how long it was. And I actually have two of those. The other one I used. I will show it to you sometime soon. Another piece of heavy machinery is this excavator I've had for a while. It works pretty well. It has a pretty good range of motion. Unfortunately, I do not have like a treads I could put on this. And if I did, I would use them. Okay, now for some trucks. So the first one is this one. It's one of those trailer mover things. It's something I sort of threw together in a few minutes. I feel like I built one of these before. And I think it turned out good. And then the trailer actually uses a narrower axle design. It's actually a good use for these pieces. Instead of having them on 4-stud wide vehicles. You hear that, Lego? Maybe stop using those on 4-stud wide vehicles and maybe use the smaller axle pieces, because these probably should be used on larger trailers that don't have fenders. Still sticks out just a little bit, however it's much less than if you use this kind of axle. I had this trailer before, however I redid it. Back here I also redid it. And yeah, the doors do open, there's nothing in there. Another trailer, yeah, this is the same truck from before. It's just a large trailer. I just found this in a bin. This is a large trailer with a lot of axles. Next truck, the trailer is, so I used to have a dump truck, and I made it into a tractor trailer. The truck portion I'm going to redo it, and I just took the cab off the dump truck and put it into a semi, frame, like a tractor trailer truck frame style design, I guess. So I will redo the cab, make it a little bit longer, maybe add some doors, interior details. And, of course, mirrors, because I just noticed it doesn't have that. And the trailer, pretty happy with this design of the trailer. It does work. It only goes up so high, though, because of the piston arm thing. And I do use this as a lock for the hinges. It just It just goes on there and it keeps that from opening. So that's that one. Next one is a truck that I redid recently and a trailer that I built earlier today. This trailer is a copy of this one. Just the doors, I did not have the doors in red. So I made my own, and I actually used that design 2 more times with stuff that I built today. So the truck is pretty detailed. And the roof comes off. It's held on by 6 studs at the front and the exhaust pipe. Just like that. Offset C is supposed to be like this, is pulled forward and it's back. And a fold down bed. It's just done by using 2 of the older hinge pieces like that. It's just a fun little detail. I like to add. It's also for me it's satisfying to just push that down and it's just a bed. It's supposed to be a bed. And the trailer is pretty straightforward. Again, it uses a narrow design for the axles, and the doors open. It's a pretty simple design. Just got almost close the doors almost all the way, bring them together, and then close them at the same time, so they both close neatly. Next one is car carrier. I redid it again. I had this I made it a little bit longer so I can fit a car on it more easily. It still holds 7 cars. I want to finish up this video because I'm gonna run out of recording space soon. But these fold up and they attach to the bumpers of the cars that they're handling. Just so it's easier. And then this actually extends off the back just a little bit. And it also helps hold the car in place a bit more. And then the next one is a tanker truck. The interior of the truck isn't that great. There's just 2 seats and a console in there. And then the trailer, just like on the original set that I got this from, has a ladder on the back. And apparently, the truck in the original set, the truck had double license plates, like the license plates on the front and back. Actually, I don't even know if that was those license plates were from the original set. But either way, I actually have another license plate that has is the same as those. Same. It's this. It's the one that's It's on that red trailer there. But I have this panel piece at the end. And I like how this turned out. And it's a little hose reel and some storage on each side. And I do have one more tractor trailer to show before the end of the video, and it's this fire truck. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before if you watched some of my videos, but I redid it. Uses the design of another fire truck, which I will show in the next video, which I will post tomorrow. And the trailer does come off easier than it did before. And it actually has a hose reel on the side of it. The back of the trailer is not much there. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will try to post the second part of this pretty soon. We're about halfway done with my collection of vehicles. So I will see you in the next video then. Stay safe.